right, here are the two travelers. Cal, what are you looking forward to on this trip?
Well, I've always wanted to go to the Netherlands and just see where Dad was born and to actually, to see the countryside. I've heard so much about it. And I remember when Dad came back, he says he couldn't believe how narrow the streets were, and how close things were to each other.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Great.
It's going to be. Well, I'm not looking forward to meeting my cousins too.
Because you've not met them.
Nope, never met them.
Yeah,
What are you looking forward to?
just being with the brothers here, and
Right.
having a great time, seeing all the cousins, seeing where our kinfolk come from.
You got it. So here we are at our first pannenkoeken huis. John, you enjoy that pannenkoek? Delicious.
Better than
yeah?
Jackie's.
Better than Jackie's. How about you, Cal?
This is delicious.
Yeah, this-
Smaak lekker.
Smaak lekker, yeah.
You like
Yeah, like
Just what I need for the extra spot. Fill all the cracks.
Exactly.
We're supposed
You
to
wave.
comment.
Yeah, where's your bicycle?
middle of it.
Right over there? Right. What is it up there? Or is it over here? Who knows?
What's that called? And on the front, you then guess what that is. Yeah. I love pirates.
Good morning. How you doing? All right. Where you going?
I don't know.
You have no idea. You're just going. I think we're going this way. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. John at the Middleburg Stadthuis here. Lots of things happening here on this Saturday afternoon. Flea markets, vegetable stands, people eating outside.
Brother-in-law?
John, does this look familiar to you?
Yeah,
Yeah. And the telephone.
So this is probably home sweet home, Cal. This is where you belong.
Fashion barbershop.
There's the copper.
Yeah,
And then the hay was all stored here and up there, of course.
Wonder where those doors went to up there.
Inside the house, obviously, the upstairs in the house. So.
That's right. No.
But
Do they have any kind of iron on here?
this is where Mother went to church in Ondijk. It has been rather nicely redone in the last year or so because it was for many years in bad state of disrepair. They would have to get they might have to bring it in from
They say they were sure ingenious people.
yeah.
You know, it's thinking how many thousands of miles of dikes they got there.
Backside canal where Mother lived.
Does your camera translate to?
Does the camera?
Does it come out in English when you run it? You know?
That's the challenge of traveling with two wise-ass brothers here. There's a camera. It does as well as you do.
Yeah.
Cal, how about that?
Oh, okay,
Okay,
it's
you
in big trouble. That poor camera. Yeah.
There's the North Sea. What do you think it is, Cal?
We'll have to show this to some of our Dutch relatives.
And they'll
And they can tell us
They can
what
tell
we're
us what
looking
it is. Yeah.
They are beautiful flowers.
Yeah.
And Dad, John says, Dad, you look, they got bees in them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This was taken at the beach,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ottawa Beach there, Lake Michigan. We rented a big cottage there. We all had all the brothers,
Oh,
Dave,
Yeah.
Cal,
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
Pete,
Yeah.
and there's Cal's daughter,
Oh,
Diane.
yeah. Yeah. Diane is up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good smile. Okay. Say, goedemiddag. There's John. And there's the coffee. Right, before they moved here.
no, after.
Oh,
they
after.
moved here.
Okay, so they
When they immigrated to the States, they lived in Schmelde,
smelled it. Okay, okay.
but not a long time.
Did they own this house or did they rent this house, do you think?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah.
But that was the road here after
Yeah.
was not there.
Yeah.
That was the road.
Only this road was
Yeah.
there.
And from there, I think, that's the road that goes over the railway to camp of Westerbork
That's right.
from the water.
Okay, so they built it during the war. This restaurant was here
That was
at the time.
here.
Tell us about Camp Westerwolde. What in the war? Westerbork.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that used for in the world in World War II?
For the Yiddish, was a Yiddish camp.
Yeah.
They brought all the Yiddish people in the camp, and after a short of longer time, they were in train wagons brought to the camps in Poland or Germany.
Like Auschwitz. They would go from here.
Auschwitz. Most of them to Auschwitz.
So Anna Frank.
If you see that memorial there, you see movies, you see the train starts here,
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah.
There is a memorial building, and there you can see this. And there is the old place where was the camp is still intact.
Is it intact?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And there they have stones put in the ground with Yiddish chart upon. And there were some Zigeuners, I don't know what it is in English, Zigeuners. I can translate
Yeah.
the word.
Okay.
But most were Jewish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was a camp that the Germans built then.
No,
Or not?
it
No,
is built by the Dutch people before 39. And they used it for people who came out of Germany because they
We were trying to escape from.
would escape from Hitler
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
came
Came here.
people here to the Netherlands.
So they needed a place
And
to stay.
therefore they built the
right?
camp in our barracks. And when the Germans came here after that in 1940, they have used it for the Yiddish people.
Yeah.
Oh.
All the people from the other places in Netherlands first, most of them were first brought to the camp here.
Oh.
Some ones have lived there maybe a year or longer, but there were many Yiddish people who were here some months or some weeks
Oh.
and you
Moved on. They took them to another camp.
to Germany
Auschwitz.
or Poland,
Poland.
Auschwitz,
Oh, yeah.
Sobibor. Yeah.
Yeah. So as Tini said, the men would sit on one side and the women on the other side. See if I get anything from interior here. Maybe not. Maybe it won't work. Yeah. So now we're in Smilda, in the cemetery outside the Hervormde Kerk, where Grandma de Vries is buried in an unmarked grave.
My parents told me several times she had seen me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just I was a baby, but she
So you
saw
were
me.
the first grandchild then for the.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were special.
yeah.
You're still special. It's the Kerk. This is the old Mat Ust. This is the museum they recommended, right? It's probably a museum now. What is that? No?
They don't make you wear life preservers.
No. You can rent this place, guys.
This is for sale here?
To rent. To cope is to. Hey guys, how you doing? How about a wave at the camera?
Wave.
There you are. Well, look,
We're in the
Say hi.
town square.
we
One
can.
of the squares. That makes
Exactly. End of a wonderful week here in Holland. Let's start with yesterday, which was our time with Berend and Tini. What struck you? What memories do you take with you, particularly of that day?
Well, the first thing that struck me was Teeny. I was thinking of her from the other movie as, just kind of such a busy person, as a person who, I wondered if she'd even have time for us.
Yeah.
But she was such a neat person, such a loving person. She just enjoyed us there so much. And that was so neat when I kissed her goodbye. I think she just kind of beamed all over.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
didn't she?
she-
Yeah.
and,
So she gave you a new one-liner about the VVV.
yeah, boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
So yeah, so that was a surprise.
it was. Yeah, it was something I didn't expect at all.
Yeah. What else, John or Cal? What else struck you
Yeah,
about the day?
I haven't seen Baron, I don't know how many years it was. Didn't really recall what he looked like until I seen the movie.
Yeah.
The video you did last year with Ed there. But he remembered me, I guess. And
Well, he more than remembered you. Remember what he said when you walked in?
yeah.
Uncle Mart.
Uncle Mart.
Uncle Mart.
Yeah, there's Uncle Mart.
He really struck with that.
But he reminds me so much of Uncle Egbert.
Does he?
His face.
What did you learn about Dad from the trip?
I learned that they had to walk a long way to go to church.
Yeah.
So they, schoolhouse there, I never heard about it.
Yeah, he
Where
never.
he went to school, he never
No.
talked about it.
No, he never talked about walking far to school.
No.
And that was quite a walk to school.
Oh,
too.
Yeah.
Probably at least a mile.
Yeah.
Well, we walked about that far to school too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't a mile. The Central Ave? No.
Uh-huh.
But that wasn't over half a mile.
Seemed like a
Lucky.
mile years ago when you were a little
Well,
kid.
only from 19th to 17th,
Yeah.
16th
You
Street.
should go back and actually
Only
measure
3
it.
blocks, John.
Yeah.
4 blocks it was total.
5.
4 or 5 blocks, but no, because we could get home in 5 minutes for lunch.
And then there was the, at least 2 mile walk to church
Yeah.
twice on Sunday.
Yeah, that was a little longer.
And that was. So what? Go back to Dad. What do you think it was like for Dad growing up in
It had to be a-
Holland?
It had to be a tough life. It really had to be hard for him.
But why do you
But I
say
think
that?
it made, well, because, you know, they worked hard in the fields. They had to walk wherever they went. He never talked about having horses and, you know, taking a wagon any place, did he?
No.
At least I don't ever remember him talking about that.
Never said nothing about a bicycle either, did he?
I don't
Like
think
that?
so, no.
No.
But it probably made him what he was.
Yeah.
Yep,
You know, he was a hard worker his whole life.
he was.
They very, and I think all the boys were hard workers. You know, Uncle Tom and Uncle Al and Uncle Egbert, I'm sure he worked hard too, you know. And Aunt Margie, look at her, how hard she worked.
And anyway, she worked the hardest of them all.
Right, because she had to take care of a house and,
After her mother died.
yeah.
And then her
take care
father
of-
and her brothers,
yeah,
and
she
then,
took- Yeah,
and then she married into a family with 3 children.
yeah.
So
I think the
it was-
years that she was with Grandpa alone were nice years for her.
Yeah,
I think she really enjoyed those years.
yeah, she got free time.
Right, she had free time.
Luxury
you
time
know.
to do travel.
And Grandpa was healthy, so she didn't have to take care of him.
Yeah, she worked then too, though, didn't she?
Oh yeah, she worked at the A&P store.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah, she was cashier in the A&P store.
she?
Yeah.
Yeah, he worked in the furniture factory, wasn't it, on West 8th there?
Is that where he worked?
One of them, I forget which
Yeah, I don't
one,
remember
West
which
Michigan or
He was in one of the,
Bayville, or, he rode the bike down there all the time.
yeah.
So what else, John? What do you think it was like for Dad growing up in Hohe Holland?
Well, and like Carol said, you know, he was, all he knew was work, you know, they never had any money to do any place or do anything, and no vehicles and nothing to go. So, Harlowake was,
Or surplus cash to buy
Yeah.
things. But can you imagine that how seldom they ever got to that restaurant right across the
Yeah.
street?
And you wonder if they ever did.
Yeah.
You wonder if they ever did.
Yeah.
I know he had to quit school in the 6th grade. After the 6th grade, he was all done with school. Then he went to work on the farm. And,
And he was a bright man. He could have.
Oh, yeah.
He'd done well in school.
I'm sure he would have done real well, because, when he came to the United States, he picked up things so quickly.
Including
You know,
a whole new language.
And, he learned the whole new language, and he learned it the American way.
What about Mother? Because we also, the day before, we went to Ondyke. We didn't see her home or anything, but we got to see
The area,
the area and the church and the dike.
Yeah.
And,
I didn't realize how closely she lived to the dike.
yeah.
I just thought on dike, I thought she lived in town by the
Yeah.
dike, But she lived right
that's right.
right across from the dike then.
Because at that time, the town was
The dike.
right along the road along the dike.
That's the only town there was. I wonder if there was a store along there or not, back in her days. But, yeah, that was very interesting. I didn't realize how high that dike was.
To
It
see,
was.
she literally grew up in the shadow of the dike.
Yeah.
And how big and overwhelming that dike, to a little girl.
Oh, that must have been, yeah. It must have been like a huge hill to
Yeah.
her, like a big
Exactly.
hill. Maybe they weren't allowed to play up there either.
Yeah.
I'm sure, I don't know if I said it to someone when we were there, but I'm sure there wasn't a nice sidewalk down the top of the dike. It was probably just rounded.
There's much more sense of being surrounded by water where Mother grew up than where Dad grew up.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That, like I say, that amazed me when we came from, went in towards Dad. How the land changed so terrible from, along the dike. All the trees and, the nice farmland
Yeah.
and the ditches don't have near the water in. That really struck me when we first came in, and all the land was separated by water.
Yeah.
They had no fences. Everything was separated by water. Another thing that it made me feel like I was at home, because I see all these little blonde-haired kids walking by, think I'm back in Holland, Michigan yet, And the girls too, with their long blonde, hair, some braided hair,
What makes me feel more at home are the middle-aged ladies, the white-haired ladies here. They
Yeah.
look like Mom and
yeah, that's right.
and the young
Yeah.
and I mean these are middle-aged women that I remember growing up with.
Yeah, that's right.
Now when they're on bicycles, it's a little weird.
Yeah, that's.
See,
But,
But yeah, that's something that's Still hard to get used to seeing all the bikes. And wherever you go, it's bikes, bikes, bikes. And another thing that struck me is too, the narrow streets and how polite people are in cars to each other. You don't hear any horn blowing. You don't see people cutting other people off or, they take their time and, they take turns.
They do take turns.
They do, yeah. They come to the turnarounds and everybody takes their turn, You don't get stuck there for 5 minutes waiting for everybody else to get through.
It's interesting because it's a very populated country. So oftentimes, when you're surrounded by more people, people get more aggressive.
Oh yeah.
Like in New York City, people are
Yeah.
very aggressive because. But in this country, it's very populous. But
Yeah,
people are not on top of each other.
no.
They respect each other's space.
Yeah. Even though they live on top of each other.
Right.
They really do.
Yeah.
Like when you go, down the street, those apartments, buildings all right next to each other, It's just,
You just wonder where these young children play when they, like when Peggy grew up in New York City, they played in the streets, stickball and stuff like that.
but they can't play.
They
in the
can't play,
streets.
there's just so much traffic. It's really more than what I expected, really.
Was it?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, that's just, for one of, the cleanliness and
Yeah.
the people itself. The way they live, so close to each other, and they all get along, it seems like.
Yeah. And it's a diverse country too.
Yeah.
See blacks. And
Yeah, that's what
various
surprised
folks
me.
from
Was,
Asia are
Yeah.
here, and there's a Muslim population. You
I
can
noticed
see.
that. Yeah, some.
And it's Amersfoort. There's a lot of women with covered.
I noticed
hair.
that. Yeah, I was surprised. Very surprised by that. See, the black population surprised me.
How
And
few?
it just struck me so so strange to hear black people talking Dutch.
Right. Exactly.
Just
like that.
well, when I live with them all the time, and you just never.
Yeah.
We have a black fellow at our church that's kind of one of our assistant directors,
Right.
and we talk Dutch to each other once in a while because
Oh, really?
he married one of the Slendenbroek girls' daughter,
Right.
and,
Right.
and so he's learned a little Dutch. And whenever I see him, I always say, "Hoe is het met jongen?"
Yeah.
He says, "Hoot," and he always says, "Hoot."
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
And I always say, "Hoera passen nou, jongen."
Yeah.
As in shape up.
Yeah, be a good boy.
Behave,
Behave yourself.
Yeah,
Hoera passen, behave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's always neat lad too's coming.
Huh? Never heard of that one.
I'll come home too late now.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I was such a good boy.
Yeah,
My mother
yeah.
never had to say that to me. She liked Barb because I
Yeah, I
had
never
home by-
heard that either.
Yeah, she says,
Yeah.
I like that you go to with Barb because she has to be home by 11 o'clock.
Ah.
You're always home by 5 after.
So Barb's parents took care of that
Oh, yeah.
for mother.
Yeah.
Well,